to our Virtual Startup Challenge Roundtable. Today, I'm together with Alessandro Palin, the president of the Distribution Solutions division of ABB Electrification, and Markus Meichner, the CEO of ViewAR, who is the winner of our Startup Challenge this year for Distribution Solutions. We were looking for digital startups who could challenge the status quo and bring all the energy and genius to really help with us to make our planet better. The price for the contract is $30,000 to really run the proof of concept with ABB Electrification this year. So first, over to you, Alessandro. If you could tell a bit more, what was the challenge that you're trying to address this year in Distribution Solutions with the challenge?
Yeah, well, Anton, we needed a digital app to make it safer to work on medium and high voltage equipment. For decades, we relied on traditional tools like sign stickers. It must be possible to use mobile technology to increase awareness and safety.
So maybe if you could tell more a little bit the time factor for this, because we've been having mobile solutions for some years. Why now? Does COVID pandemic have to do something with that?
Yes, definitely. The impossibility to travel, the calls for help, and sometimes no way to send someone. But from some station, traditional substation, but also data center, hospital, and other critical services. We have highly trained service engineers certified on medium high voltage equipment, but nobody can know really everything.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, Alessandro. Makes sense. And I think now we more and more realize the ease and importance of the virtual interaction to save time, money, and of course emissions for not traveling whenever we don't have to. My second question related to timing is about the transformation of the grid. It's definitely more complex and decentralized than 10 years ago, right? I mean, we have energy coming from distributed generation, wind and solar. We've got the electrical vehicles connecting to the grid. So the question is, does this add stress and does it compromise resilience of the grid, which potentially could lead to more urgent repairs?
I would say yes, potentially yes, and the impact will increase. The consumption of energy is everywhere.
Absolutely. Let's touch upon the climate change. With all the weather extremes that are happening all over the world, does it create a more safety risks for the electricians working up in the field?
Well, I would say it's the frequency rather than the intensity. Our substation equipment is extremely robust. But the unpredictable weather events, extremes like the cold snap in Texas, wildfires, even the Arctic, and floods. And this is the right time to bring safety into the digital equation.
Absolutely. Let's turn to Markus now. Markus, we had very strong applicants this year. However, the ViewAR solution really impressed us the most. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, it was a tough competition, but we were also quite confident. And we're very excited that we've won, and to use our system for something that will be good for people and saving lives is really great for us.
Absolutely, absolutely same here. Can you tell a little bit more? What does the ViewAR solution do?
Well, Alessandro said it perfectly. It brings safety into the digital age. And right now, when a service engineer arrives at a substation, a data center, a hospital, or any place with high voltage equipment, they see a sign in front of the building or the equipment room and warning of the high voltage equipment and maybe a couple of stickers on the equipment itself. And that's it. But now with AR technology, we have completely new ways to protect human lives in that setting. And as you can see in this video, the app allows us to display navigation paths and IoT data and other kinds of location relevant information. And when a technician arrives at a substation or high voltage equipment room, they can pull out their smartphone, open the ViewAR app, and we'll have navigation to the actual work location. And along the way, the app will also display operational statuses of the equipment and using visual and audio and haptic, as in vibration feedback, to alert the technician. And this can be done to indicate what areas are live and which areas are dangerous and where they can move freely, and which equipment to touch or not to touch. We're developing a version for AR head-mounted displays as well to make it hands-free and offer an enhanced AR experience. Yeah, the system is not just used for repairs. It's something that could really change the lives of technicians operating high voltage equipment every day.
Yeah, that's really a good point because every year 300 people die in US due to switchgear failure. And this is also gigantic amount, millions of damages. Why don't we invest that money in protection for lives? Not just for substations in data center and hospital. We can help our technicians to do their most complex job in live electrical equipment. So we will start with substation, but we see the need also, potentially also in other critical services.
But that brings us to another point, Alessandro, right? So this application is the third one in the trio of our remote assistance apps, right?
Yes, we have two others. The first is called RAISE, Remote Assistance Service. AR Google app connects you to an expert. They see what you see and they troubleshoot in real time. The second, Closer, use AR to replace a manual with, say, hundreds of pages of documentation. Step by step, with interactive guide, identify equipment and problem.
So all these apps are going to replace people eventually?
No, no way. The competence, the people, the human touch is unreplaceable. We need still skilled people on site. But it helps to have a more effective and quick remote assistance and on top of it, safer.
That's great to know. And definitely we're looking forward to see ViewAR on ABB Ability Marketplace towards the end of the year. Marcus, really looking forward to this. The plan is to bring it both as the standalone app and also as a part of the integrated remote assistance solutions. And of course, we couldn't get this done without collaborating with such brilliant startups as ViewAR. So we're really, really happy, Marcus, that we joined the forces on that.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great talking to you, and we're really excited about working with the team of ABB and seeing our system reach and help so many people through the ABB marketplace.
Thanks a lot, Marcus. Thanks a lot, Alessandro.
Thank you.